Welcome to the Ask Dr. Deanna show. I'm Dr. Deanna Holgren, your host. Join me weekly as I cover various health-related lifestyle medicine topics that you get to request. This show is for anyone who wants to proactively improve their health position. I hope you enjoy the show. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me today. Welcome back to the second part of our Holiday Thrive series. I'm excited to be with you and excited to share this information and hope that it will have an impact, a positive impact, as you head into the holiday season and enjoy all of the festivities and everything that the holidays have to offer. So, one of the things that we see so often is people become overwhelmed, stressed to the max, hurry, hurry, hurry. They're biting each other's heads off. People are not nice in stores. Some stores have to close, because people are not being nice, whatever. You guys know, you've experienced this. This is, our current world. And so, I wanted to talk today about how to thrive during this time and just really be joyful and loving and kind, and what a difference that can make overall. So the first part that the first thing I want to talk about in regard to that is basically gratitude. And if you can make this a habit of practicing gratitude during this time period, and gratitude can be super simple. Some people take a gratitude walk daily, where they just take a walk and they just focus the entire time on all of the things that they have to be grateful for or thankful for in their lives. But it doesn't have to take up that much time either. It could basically be as simple as just starting every single morning with 3 things that I'm thankful for today. 3 things that, you maybe jot down in your gratitude journal. Maybe you want to put them on a note card, carry them with you, some kind of a reminder throughout the day or whatever. Next week, on our podcast next week, I'm actually going to go a little bit deeper into gratitude and talk about gratitude and how it impacts relationships, how it impacts our life, our work, and pretty much everything that you do, how it can have a positive impact. So we'll go deeper with that. But for now, just start with those 3 things every morning that you are thankful for, that have made a difference. And again, what happens is you're releasing these healthy, fantastic neurotransmitters in your system when you think about what you're thankful for. And that will carry you through your day. You can also go back and think about those things if you get stressed through the day as well. But this is just one tip to help you thrive during the holidays. Another great tip for thriving in the holidays is to make sure that you have healthy boundaries. Some of us are not very good with boundaries. I know I found myself in that position many times in life, and it's something that doesn't come naturally. I basically have had to learn how to have boundaries and learn that it's okay to decline an invitation. It's okay, to not be able to go to an event. It's okay to say no. And for some of us, we have to learn that. But what happens is when we are able to have healthy boundaries and know our own personal limitations, then we are able to thrive and just really enjoy that time and that space. If we don't and we overextend ourselves, then we're running around frantically. We're kind of chaotic. Nobody really wants to be around, that level of chaos. That's not really enjoyable for other people either. You might be getting a lot done, but are you truly enjoying the moment? Are you truly connecting? And I've got to tell you that, I am the person who can move from point A to point B very quickly. And I have an amazing daughter who taught me early on to basically just stop and smell the roses and enjoy the moment. And I used to always say that, coffee is really not something that people are addicted to. It's actually that they have to slow down and enjoy a relationship, because you can't really run if you've got hot coffee in hand. You have to kind of, take it, slow the pace down, maybe sit down, whatever. So it's a relationship thing that people are really addicted to. So the other thing that is really important during this time, because again, holidays can be a very stressful time for a lot of people, is to think about, what is that level of stress? Many of us have recently lost a loved one in the past year or the past 2 years. And it's hard to maybe you're experiencing the holiday for the first time without that loved one. And that can be super difficult, super challenging. And so what I would encourage you to do here is just to understand where you are in the grief process. This is part of grief. It's normal. It may hurt, but try to also look at, what would this person want me to remember during this time, and maybe remember some of the good memories with that person that you lost during, during that time as well can make a difference. I can remember a time that our family had a very significant loss. And, I was a little concerned about, that time period and what that would look like, during the holidays, and basically was able to plan some impromptu events, some specific things. And I will tell you that ended up being one of the best memories, one of the best holiday memories that we have, specifically at Christmas as a family. And, again, it doesn't take a whole lot to do, but sometimes it's just the people that you have around, the company that you're keeping can make all the difference in the world. And, the activities that you're doing, and it just really can make a difference. So think about that and give yourself some grace. All right. It's okay if, in a moment of grief, grief is one of those things you don't know when it's going to happen. And, if you have lost a loved one in the last couple of years, you could just all of a sudden out of nowhere, be overcome with grief, and you find yourself, standing in the grocery store buying eggnog and crying because it was your mom's, favorite thing during that time, or whatever it might be. It's a trigger in a sense. That's okay. Just go with it. Okay. Just let it happen, and, it'll pass. And, then you'll be, back to baseline, so to speak. So, but give yourself grace during that time. I always say, be kind, be gracious to yourself, be kind, be gracious to other people around you as well, because that's the other thing. You don't know what other people around you are going through either. So, they may not know your circumstance. You certainly don't know their circumstance. And so the more we can extend grace and, just be loving and kind toward one another, it will make such a difference. So when you are standing in line, maybe at your favorite coffee store, this season, maybe you're out doing some shopping, and you're in line and you see that the workers are frazzled. You see that people in front of you are maybe a little frazzled or maybe not being nice. Just, try to go out of your way to do something positive, some, random little act of kindness that can make a difference in their lives. Because, we all are, we are all trying to make it through the day. We're all trying to thrive. And, again, for a lot of them, they are just really, really on the struggle bus, in that job, or, maybe with their shopping or whatever. So just be patient and be kind. And that will go, a very, very long way as well. And then the other thing is, to specifically plan events that are joyful. Events that are going to make great memories. I think that when you think back over, holidays that you've gone through, you think back over past Christmases, etc., chances are it's not specific gifts that you remember, but you are probably going to more remember the people that you spent that time with, and the memories that you made. Okay. So why not this year focus on the people you're spending time with and the memories that you can make? What new memories do you want to make? What new traditions do you maybe want to start? This, for many people, it's a, the holidays can be a time of renewal as well, especially if there's been significant change in their lives. So embrace that and, make it great. A person very, very close to me, my mother, always used to, as I was growing up, she would always say, look at the bright side. If I brought something negative to her, it was not uncommon for her to say, well, look at the bright side. And, she would be quick to tell me what the bright side was. It didn't always make sense, but the bright side of the situation. And, that has served me so well as I have walked through life and, had, life is going to, beat us up here and there. We're going to have ups and downs. It can be a bit of a roller coaster, but it's all part of our journey. And even in those low moments or those hard things that we've had to do, we've learned a lot. I know I have. Okay. If I am looking for what can I learn from this? And there have been times in my life that I will dig my heels in and say, if I'm walking through this, I am not walking through this without learning something from it. Okay. Cause I'm coming out on the other side better. And, look at the bright side. At least when I get to the other side of this, I'm going to be better. I'm going to be stronger. I'm going to be smarter. I'm going to have more wisdom. Something is going to come from this as I walk through that. So maybe you can try that this holiday season as well. Just looking at the bright side. What can you gain from this? What can help you? What can you take from this that will make a difference in your life, in your job, with your family, with your relationships, that can help you be the best version of yourself that you can be. So those are just some of my tips. Oh, one more great tip that I wanted to share, and I will do this frequently. If I'm feeling overly stressed, or anxious about something, and sometimes it can just be a nervous energy in a room that can kind of trigger me to that place. There's a great technique that you can use that can make a big difference. And I might pull some more techniques in that are physical techniques even next week as I do that podcast to kind of help everybody. But one of them is a breathing technique. And you guys all have that little breathing bubble that expands and contracts, whether it's on your watch or your phone or whatever. That breathing technique is so beneficial. It releases, again, some healthy, neurotransmitters into your system. It basically overrides your central nervous system so that, a lot of times when we're all anxious and stressed out, we're sort of in what we call a fight or flight mode. And when you do that deep breathing exercise, even if it's just 3 of those, really deep, and then exhale, with a long exhale. But I like to do it for about 5 minutes. But if you are doing that, what it does is it overrides that fight or flight so that your body can relax, your body can calm down, and your body can basically go from, oh my gosh, there's a tiger chasing me down, to no, it's okay. We're all right. And you can feel a sense of peace, a sense of balance, and a sense of stability that can just really come over you. Not to mention the fact that when you're doing that breathing, it's releasing, a lot of these endorphins in your system and so forth, which will help with stress, with pain, with, tension in muscles, etc. So incorporate that as well. Those are some of my tips for just thriving through the holidays. I hope you'll join next week, you guys, because we're going to spend a little bit of time on gratitude and just how important it is for us to be healthy, but then also the difference that it makes for those around us as we, show gratitude and as we, incorporate that into our daily lives. It can really make a difference in job performance. It can make a difference in relationships and interactions and how we view things. And I just think that it is so worth taking the time to learn, how to use something that's absolutely free in our daily lives that's going to show up and make such a big difference. So hope you'll join me for that. Thanks so much for plugging in today. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed that episode. For more information, visit me at deannaholdren.com. Find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Dr. Deanna Holdren. I really want to hear from you, so message me. I love taking your messages and creating topics from them. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share my show with those who have an interest in health and wellness. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next week.